Namaskar. We have a very sensitive full moon. So we have a full moon, which is Purnima. On top of that, we have a Kemadruma moon, which is loosely translated as a lonely moon. I'll explain in detail what that means. And then we also have a debilitated moon, which again you can translate it as a weak moon. So it's an extremely sensitive full moon that's taking place on June 10th and 11th. Now, last time this kind of combination happened was in 2001, June 2001, before 9/11, and before that was in 2000 actually. So it's an extremely rare kind of combination. And so let's see what this means. And we see this impact, this very heavy energy, difficult energy going around with all these immigration issues, of course, the wars, and we saw the in politics also lots of chaos with the tariffs also. All this is coming to head. There are so many things going on. So this is a quick raw video just to understand what's going on so we can do the remedies, we can channel this in the positive direction. So first of all, it's a full moon, and the exact timing of the full moon will be so June 11th, early morning, 12:45 a.m. That is Pacific time in the US. So that means it'll be 1:15 p.m. on June 11th in India, and I'll put these details in the description also. So that's the exact full moon. But of course, before a few days before that and a few days after that, we feel the energy. So full moon, first of all, let's understand. So three major things happening: full moon, Kemadruma, and a Nicha Chandra. That means a debilitated moon. So full moon means the moon is full. Moon is our mind, our emotions, our feelings. So excess of emotions, emotional overflow. And that could be actually a positive thing also. We do the Satyanarayan Vrat on full moon. So it's like overflow of nectar also. It could be huge blessings, spiritual downpour in a way. Okay, so that's possibility. But then you see what else is going on around that full moon. So that's the day of the full moon. On top of that, this full moon will be in the sign of Scorpio, which is the sign of debilitation of moon. So it's a Nietzsche moon. That means it feels weak. Now, why, first of all, try to understand why we say moon is debilitated in the sign of Scorpio. Think of Scorpio as eighth house also. It's the eighth sign, but has similar qualities as the eighth house, which is all the hidden things. It's like the bottom of the ocean. It's dark down there. So the moon in Scorpio feels very weak. It's like fear of the unknown, and it's not able to sort of understand what's going on, because moon, our mind, needs clarity. It wants a clear vision. It wants to feel happy. It wants comfort, not uncertainty, not the depth of the ocean where there is no light. So the moon feels lost, feels really, it's a difficult energy for moon to be in the sign of Scorpio or in the eighth house. If Scorpio happens to be your eighth house, which is for Aries, it'll be even more difficult possibly. So it's a weak moon. It doesn't know what to do. It doesn't have any like anchor. It's shooting in the dark. Thirdly, we have Kemadruma Yoga. Kemadruma is a lonely moon that technically means no planets on either side of the moon. So moon is in Scorpio, but everything else is on the other side of Rahu Ketu. Okay, so Rahu Ketu axis, it's like all the other planets are in the belly of the demon, and then moon is out. But moon is a very gentle, loving, caring planet. It needs support of other planets. So in a chart also, you'll see if moon is by itself, the person may feel less emotionally supported by other people in there. So they feel like, even though they may be surrounded by people or family or friends or even partner or children, but emotionally, deep down, they feel lack of support. So that is Kemadruma moon. So this is a sort of very, explosive kind of combination. It's Kemadruma, debilitated, and full. So that means full means, so see, if it's a new moon, that means we may just go inwards and withdraw. But full moon means we may end up doing crazy things, right? So it's emotional downpour. It's emotional outburst. All of a sudden, we may snap, we may react. So that's the energy of this full moon. And we already see the impact. And actually, there are several things happening at the same time. The other major thing happening is Mars has joined Ketu in the sign of Leo. Okay, so that's the fiery pitta energy, but this is more emotional turmoil, emotional churning. There may be some past life karma that may come to surface. People from past lives may show up, or just you may remember some things in your dreams, but this could also lead to insomnia, lack of sleep. Normally during full moon, people say, oh, I couldn't sleep last night because of full moon, because the mind is super active. But this one is supercharged, and possibly difficult energy. So we got to take care of our emotions, and also especially with respect to our connection with our mother. Also, moon represents our mother. And then also moon is nourishing, nourishment. Moon is the food, moon is the flow, moon is the fluids in the body. So all of those may go out of balance. So we may feel, so we should drink more water. We may see uh, that we are, of course, getting more emotional all of a sudden, but also there is imbalance of liquids in the body. So first of all, as I said, there could be a lot of fear of the unknown, or just scattered energy. Secondly, then you also add on top of that the nakshatra, where a specific, this full moon is taking place. So this one will be in the Jyeshta nakshatra. Jyeshta is the deity for Jyeshta is Indra. So there, and Indra, as we know, the king of the gods, and he was always fearful of losing his throne. Okay, there was ego clashes with other people, with the authorities, with whoever he thought. Uh, he thought everybody was after his throne, that everybody's trying to dethrone him. That's the energy of Jyeshta. So there could be a lot of control issues, power struggles. We already see that all these, these protests and violent clashes in California, and then of course the wars and all of that. So we could see, like, at the political front, of course, also wars and nations and a lot of ego issues. That is the energy of Jyeshta. Jyeshta is a very fierce nakshatra. It doesn't take things lightly. So we'll see a lot of emotional extremes. And the thing is, it's like a lot of emotions may come to surface. And the best thing we can do is let go of those emotions. So you want to feel those emotions but not hang on to those emotions. Let go. So the best thing is to do vipassana is a meditation where it's a 10-day silent meditation. You don't even have an eye contact with anybody. So there, actually, the practice is to observe the sensations on the body, and includes the emotions and the mind, all that. So the idea is to observe everything coming up on the surface and let it go. Do not react. So that's the best remedy, the perfect thing to do. Of course, it's difficult for most of us to go on a 10-day meditation. So in moment by moment in your daily life, just practice letting go. So don't suppress emotions. That'll be even worse. Do not suppress emotions. Let those emotions come on the surface and let go. Just completely let go. Otherwise, we'll be creating further new karma, which is not good. And so I also treat and think of Scorpio as it's a spiritual cave. It's hidden. It's also like the bottom of the ocean, but it's a cave, like an ashram, where you can really discover the pearls of wisdom. So it's like, think of yogi doing meditation at the top of a mountain, right? So that's like a spiritual cave. So it's a powerful, extremely powerful sign. So full moon taking place here, giving us all the power, all the energy, all the emotional, that strength that we need to discover the secrets of the universe. So that's the blessing of this powerful new moon. And then, of course, the remedies for moon, for Chandra, offering water on Shivalinga, doing lots of Shiva mantras, doing Mahamrityunjay mantra. Okay, and chanting the Bij mantra for moon, for Chandra. Om Shram Shrim Shram Sah Chandraya Namaha. And now, this video, I'm not focusing too much on specific things happening for each of the rising sign or the moon sign. This is actually more relevant for moon sign, for your Rashi, Chandra Rashi. But overall, as I mentioned, this will apply to everybody, like fear of the unknown, just emotional stress, anxiety, outbursts, lack of sleep, reaction, fear of abandonment, also, and then power struggles, ego struggles, all of that. On top of that, for specific signs, you can see for Aries Rashi, for Aries moon, this full moon will be in your 8th house, so you will really feel this energy very strongly. There could be some hidden secrets that may come to surface. But just lay low, don't react. There could be huge change, transformation in your life in general. Secondly, for Taurus, Taurus Rashi, Taurus moon sign. For Taurus, this will be taking place in your 7th house. So in your partnership with your spouse, with your partners, business partners, exercise caution. Do not react. Stay calm when it comes to partnership. Just let it go. Letting go of everything, any issues coming up in your partnership. And we go on. So Gemini, moon sign, Gemini Rashi. It's in the 6th house, so dealing with the enemies and your own health and all of that. So although I don't want to focus too much on all the 12 signs, because then you'll miss the initial all these things that we talked about. So overall, I mean, just see which house Scorpio is in your chart, all the things related to that house, all the people in your life related to that house. Those are going to be sensitive issues, sensitive relationships, and be very cautious. And it's a few days, but then also after this full moon, also we continue to have this Mars and Ketu energy. But especially these next 4 days, be very gentle, very caring. Do your chanting, do your meditation. Just go within and let go. So that's the big mantra for this powerful full moon. See, full moon is also, as I mentioned in the beginning, is the nectar. It's the overflow of spiritual energy. And that it's also associated, if you look at our itihas, the way Chandra was born also, it was because of Rishi Atri. He was doing meditation for thousands of years, standing on one leg, facing up to the heavens. And because of his intense tapasya, intense meditation, he had so much spiritual power, this energy oozing out from his body, that it was overflowing, and it became nectar, like full moon, like nectar overflowing. So that's the connection, that's the energy. So we can channel this in the positive direction, not to get fearful, not to give in to the fear that we may see externally, but be this pillar of light. Think of this powerful full moon as the lighthouse in the ocean, giving light to the ship, and also to the external world. So it's very powerful, and again, it's going to be the whole day of 10th of June and 11th and even 12th. So be careful, exercise caution, and chant the mantras. And if you like, you can mention in the comments which house Scorpio is in your chart, and that you can see from the rising sign, or so Scorpio falling in which house from the moon sign also, either way. And then we can discuss remedies and specific things. You can also share any specific rituals or remedies that you do for full moon. Actually, one of the powerful ones that is very good for every full moon is you can keep water outside the night of full moon, and let it absorb all that nectar of Chandra, and then drink it the next morning, the whole family. So that way you can honor, you can absorb all that healing power, the nourishment of the full moon the next day. Okay, so I hope we all stay calm and receive the blessings of Chandra during this powerful but potentially difficult and yet spiritually charged full moon over the next few days. Namaskar.